Winners do not think like everyone else. They do not speak like everyone else. They do not carry themselves like the average person. There is something different about them. Something in the way they think, in the way they talk, in the way they move through the world. And that difference? It is what separates success from failure. It is what determines who rises and who stays stuck. Winning starts in the mind. Before success ever shows up in your bank account, in your career, in your life, it shows up in the way you think. Winners train their minds for success. They refuse to let negativity take hold. They do not waste time on doubt, fear, or limitations. They focus on solutions, on possibilities, on ways to win no matter what. They see challenges differently. They see failure differently. And because of that, they move through life with a level of confidence and certainty that most people never develop. But it is not just how they think, it is how they talk. The words they use, the way they speak to themselves, the way they communicate with the world, it all reinforces their mindset. Their language is precise, powerful, and intentional. They do not speak in weakness. They do not complain. They do not make excuses. They speak in a way that attracts success, in a way that commands respect, in a way that moves things forward instead of holding them back. Most people never realize that their thoughts and their words are shaping their reality. They think small, so they stay small. They speak from doubt, so they create more doubt. They focus on their limitations, so they remain limited. But the ones who win, they think big, they speak powerfully. They train themselves to eliminate weak language, to remove negative thinking, to align their mind and their mouth with the life they want to create. This is not about fake confidence. This is not about empty motivation. This is about rewiring yourself from the inside out, about shifting the way you see the world, the way you talk about your life, the way you think about your future. Because the truth is, you will never rise above the level of your thoughts and your words. If your mind is weak, your life will reflect that. If your words are weak, your results will be weak. But if you develop the mental discipline of a winner, if you train yourself to speak with power and certainty, your life will transform faster than you ever imagined. So the question is, are you ready to start thinking and talking like a winner? Because once you do, once you fully commit to changing the way you operate, there is no limit to how far you can go. The way you think determines everything. Before a single word leaves your mouth, before you take a single action, your mind has already set the course. Winners understand this. They know that success starts with their internal dialogue, with the way they process challenges, with the way they interpret the world. They do not let negativity take root. They do not allow fear to dictate their actions. They guard their thoughts with discipline because they know that their mind is either working for them or against them. Most people have no control over their thoughts. They let whatever enters their mind dictate how they feel, how they act, how they respond to life. They do not realize that every thought they allow in their head is either making them stronger or making them weaker. And because they do not control their thinking, they live in reaction mode, reacting to circumstances, reacting to problems, reacting to the opinions of others. But winners are different. They take full control of their thoughts. They decide what they focus on. They choose to think in a way that supports their goals. And this is where the shift begins. If you want to think like a winner, you must train yourself to focus on what matters. You must develop the habit of directing your mind towards solutions instead of problems, toward possibilities instead of limitations. Most people get stuck because they dwell on what is wrong. They fixate on obstacles. They let fear dominate their thoughts. But winners have trained themselves to look at every situation and ask, how can I win here? What is the next move? Where is the opportunity in this challenge? This is not about ignoring reality. This is not about pretending that everything is perfect. It is about developing the mental toughness to see the bigger picture. It is about refusing to let problems break you. It's about looking at setbacks as setups for comebacks. When most people would quit, winners see a way forward. When others say, this is too hard, winners say, this is where I grow. And this mindset extends to everything. It is how they approach work, relationships, health, and every other aspect of life. Winners do not see effort as something to avoid. They see it as the price of success. They do not wait for motivation. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that action creates motivation, not the other way around. Most people wait until they feel ready. Winners know that waiting is just another form of losing. And the difference is visible in how they carry themselves. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear it in their voice. They do not speak in doubt. They do not second guess themselves. They have trained their mind to move with certainty. This is not arrogance. It is clarity. They know that the only way to win is to decide to win. And once they have made that decision, they do not waste time questioning it. This is where most people fail. They hesitate. They overthink. They let doubt creep in. And every time they hesitate, they reinforce the idea that they are not ready, that they are not capable, that they are not good enough. But winners eliminate hesitation. They trust themselves. They make decisions with confidence. And because of that, they move faster, they execute more, and they achieve more in a shorter amount of time than most people do in a lifetime. And this is where the way you talk comes in. Because your words reinforce your thoughts. The way you speak to yourself, the way you describe your life, the way you talk about your goals, it all programs your mind to either push forward or hold back. Most people sabotage themselves with their own words. They say things like, I am not good at this. I am not lucky. This always happens to me. And every time they say it, they make it true. They're training their brain to believe in their own limitations. But winners do the opposite. They use their words to build themselves up. They speak in strength. They speak in power. They do not use weak language. They do not talk about what they cannot do. They talk about what they will do. Instead of saying, I hope I can succeed, they say, I am going to find a way to succeed. Instead of saying, I am bad at this, they say, I am improving at this every day. Instead of saying, I do not know what to do, they say, I will figure it out. And this is not just about motivation. It is about reprogramming your mind. The more you speak with power, the more your brain believes it. The more you reinforce confidence, the more you feel it. The more you speak in terms of action, the more you take action. This is why winners are deliberate with their words. They do not say things they do not want to be true. They do not joke about their weaknesses. They do not speak in a way that makes them smaller. Everything they say aligns with who they are becoming. And the results are undeniable. When you think like a winner and speak like a winner, you start to become a winner. Your actions change. Your results change. Your life changes. Because now, your mind and your words are working for you instead of against you. The way you talk does not just influence your own mind. It influences how the world responds to you. Winners understand that communication is power. The way you speak, the words you choose, the energy behind your voice. It all signals to the world what kind of person you are. And in life, you do not get what you want. You get what you communicate. If you speak with confidence, if you express yourself with authority, if your words carry weight, people will listen. Opportunities will come to you. Success will follow you. But if you speak with doubt, if you hesitate, if your words are weak, the world will overlook you. Most people do not understand this. They think communication is just about talking. But winners know that communication is about commanding attention. It is about influencing. It is about making people believe in you, trust you, follow you. And to do that, you must speak like someone who deserves to be heard. Your voice must carry certainty. Your words must be sharp, intentional, and direct. Every sentence must reinforce the fact that you know what you're talking about. This is why winners eliminate weak language. They do not say, I think, I hope, maybe, I am not sure. They do not dilute their statements with unnecessary words. They do not apologize for having an opinion. They do not speak in a way that invites doubt. Instead of saying, I think this might work, they say, this is what we are going to do. Instead of saying, I hope this turns out well, they say, I will make this work. Instead of saying, maybe I can do it, they say, I will find a way. And this shift changes everything. When you speak like a winner, people take you seriously. They respect you. They listen when you talk. They trust your judgment. And more importantly, you start to trust yourself. And the more you communicate with confidence, and the more confidence you develop, the more you eliminate hesitation from your words, the more decisive you become. And when you are decisive, you move faster, you take more action, and you create better results. But this is not just about removing weak language. It is about adding strength to your words. Winners speak with precision. They say exactly what they mean. They do not ramble. They do not over-explain. They do not fill the air with unnecessary words. Every sentence is deliberate. Every statement is clear. They do not just talk, they deliver. This is why winners master the power of silence. Most people talk too much because they are uncomfortable with pauses. They rush to fill the space. They speak before they think. And because of that, they weaken their own presence. But winners, they know that silence is power. They know that a well-timed pause carries more weight than 100 unnecessary words. They take their time. They let their words land. They make people listen. And it is not just about what you say, it is how you say it. Your tone, your pace, your delivery, it all matters. Winners do not speak too fast. They do not mumble. They do not shrink their voice. They project. They articulate. They make every word count. They know that when they speak, they are sending a message, not just through their words, but through their entire presence. And this is where most people go wrong. They do not realize that their voice is a tool. They do not train it. They do not refine it. They do not practice how they deliver their ideas. And because of that, they miss out on opportunities. They get ignored in conversations. They fail to make an impact. But winners treat communication like a skill, one that must be sharpened every day. They listen to themselves. They study great communicators. They practice their delivery until their words carry the weight of certainty. And it does not stop with speaking. The way winners communicate in writing, the way they present themselves in emails, in negotiations, in every form of interaction, it all aligns with the same level of confidence. They do not send weak messages. They do not sound unsure in their communication. They do not beg for opportunities. They position themselves as the answer to whatever problem they are solving. They use words to position themselves as valuable, as capable, as the kind of person who gets things done. This is why winners are careful with their words. They do not speak about problems. They speak about solutions. They do not talk about limitations. They talk about possibilities. They do not complain. They take action, and because of that, their words attract the right people, the right opportunities, the right results. Most people never realize how much their words are shaping their reality. They complain about what they do not have, and they create more lack. They talk about what they cannot do, and they reinforce their own limitations. They speak from a place of fear, and their life reflects it. But winners speak from a place of power. They talk about what they are building, what they are creating, what they are making happen. And because of that, their life moves in that direction. And the best part, anyone can do this. Anyone can change the way they speak. Anyone can train themselves to communicate like a winner. It is not about where you come from. It is not about natural talent. It is about deliberate practice. It is about paying attention to how you speak, how you express yourself, how you carry yourself in conversation. And if you commit to improving this skill, you will see a transformation in every area of your life. Because winners do not just think differently. They do not just act differently. They speak differently. And that difference is what sets them apart from the rest of the world. Thinking and talking like a winner is not just about confidence. It is about alignment. It is about making sure that what you think, what you say, and what you do are all working toward the same goal. Most people live in contradiction. They think about success, but they talk about failure. They set goals, but they speak in limitations. They dream about winning, but their words are full of excuses. And because of that, their actions never align with their ambitions. But winners, everything is in sync. Their mindset is strong. Their words reinforce that mindset, and their actions follow through with power and certainty. This is why self-awareness is crucial. Winners do not just operate on autopilot. They audit themselves constantly. They listen to how they talk. They notice when negative language creeps in. They correct it immediately. They do not let weak thoughts stay in their mind, and they do not let weak words leave their mouth. They catch themselves the moment they start making excuses, the moment they start hesitating, the moment they start saying anything that does not support their mission. And this takes discipline. Most people are careless with their words. They say things without thinking. They let their emotions dictate how they speak. They reinforce negativity without even realizing it. But winners are deliberate. They speak with intention. Every word they use is either pushing them forward or pulling them back. And because they understand this, they make sure that every sentence, every conversation, every thought is building them up. This is why they eliminate self-doubt from their vocabulary. Most people are their own worst enemy. They talk themselves out of opportunities before they even try. They convince themselves that they are not ready, not capable, not good enough. And every time they say it, they make it more real. But winners refuse to let this happen. They do not let their fears dictate their language. They do not reinforce their weaknesses. Instead, they reframe everything in a way that serves them. When faced with a challenge, most people say, "I do not know if I can do this." Winners say, "I will figure this out." When things go wrong, most people say, "This always happens to me." Winners say, "This is a lesson that will make me stronger." When they fail, most people say, I guess I am not meant for this. Winners say, this is part of the process, and I am getting better every time. This shift in language is what creates unstoppable confidence, because the truth is, you are always reinforcing something. Every time you speak, you are programming your mind to either believe in yourself or doubt yourself. And if you allow negative language to take over, you will create a reality where failure feels inevitable. But if you train yourself to speak like a winner, you will start to believe in your own ability at a level most people never reach. And this affects everything. Your ability to lead, your ability to influence, your ability to stay motivated even when things get tough. Because winners do not just use this mindset for themselves. They use it to elevate everyone around them. They speak life into others. They uplift their team, their friends, their family. They bring energy into every room they enter. They make people believe in what is possible. And because of that, they attract success effortlessly. This is why communication is a leadership skill. The way you speak determines how people see you. It determines whether they trust you, whether they follow you, whether they want to be around you. Weak language repels opportunities. Strong language attracts them. And this is why winners are intentional about how they show up in every conversation. They do not speak just to fill space. They speak to add value. They listen carefully. They choose their words with precision. They make sure that every conversation they have leaves an impact. They do not waste time on gossip, on complaining, on meaningless talk. They speak with purpose. They make sure that when they talk, people pay attention. And here is where most people get it wrong. They think confidence is about talking more. But winners know that true confidence is about speaking less, but making every word count. It is about knowing that you do not need to prove yourself with excessive words. It is about letting your presence, your clarity, and your certainty speak louder than any empty speech ever could. This is why winners develop a commanding presence. When they walk into a room, people notice, not because they are loud, but because they carry themselves with certainty. Their posture, their tone, their eye contact, it all reinforces the fact that they are in control. And this level of presence is built through thinking and talking like a winner every single day. And it is not something that happens overnight. It is a skill. It is a habit. It is something you refine over time. But once you master it, once you train yourself to think and speak in a way that aligns with success, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person who naturally attracts opportunities, who commands respect, who walks into any situation knowing that they belong. And that is what separates the winners from everyone else. Not just talent, not just luck, but the ability to think and communicate in a way that creates success before it even happens. Thinking and talking like a winner is not just about confidence and communication. It is about reinventing yourself into someone who operates at a higher level. It is about breaking free from the patterns of thought and speech that have kept you stuck. It is about elevating everything about how you approach life. Winners do not just rise to the top by accident. They build themselves from the inside out. They construct a mindset so powerful that failure becomes nothing more than a temporary inconvenience. They develop a way of speaking so strong that their words create movement, influence, and action. This is why winners are intentional about who they allow to influence their thoughts and their words. Most people let their environment dictate how they think. They absorb negativity from the people around them. They mirror the language of mediocrity. They listen to people who have never achieved what they want and allow those opinions to shape their mindset. But winners, they guard their mind like a fortress. They do not allow weak thinking to enter. They do not entertain negativity. They do not take advice from people who are not where they want to be. And because of that, their mindset is unshakable. They surround themselves with strong thinkers, with high-level communicators, with people who reinforce their vision. They make sure that the conversations they have are productive, that the people around them are solution-oriented, that their circle is full of people who push them forward instead of holding them back. Because they know that the fastest way to destroy a winning mindset is to let it be infected by the doubts, fears, and small thinking of others. And this is where most people fail. They do not protect their mind. They let negativity creep in. They allow weak conversations to drain their energy. They spend time around people who do not challenge them to grow. And then they wonder why their thinking is stuck at the same level, why they cannot seem to break through to the next stage of success. But winners take full responsibility for their mental environment. They curate their influences. They listen to powerful ideas. They study the language of success. They condition their mind every single day to think at the highest level. And the impact of this shows up in how they carry themselves. Winners radiate certainty. They walk into every situation knowing that they belong. They are not waiting for permission. They are not looking for approval. They are not hoping things work out. They are making things happen. And this mindset is what allows them to take risks that others are too afraid to take. It is what allows them to stay calm under pressure while others crumble. It is what allows them to execute with precision while others hesitate. And it is all reinforced through language. Winners do not just think in success, they speak it into existence. They verbalize their confidence. They affirm their goals. They use their words to shape their reality. They say things like, I will figure it out. I always find a way. Everything is working in my favor. And because they say it so often, their brain starts to believe it. Their subconscious mind starts operating on that level. And soon, their actions align with the words they have been speaking. Most people never understand the power of this. They think their words are just words. They do not realize that every sentence they speak is shaping their identity. When they say, I am bad at this, they are reinforcing incompetence. When they say, I am always unlucky, they are programming themselves to expect failure. When they say, I cannot do it, they are creating a reality where they never even try. But winners know that every word is a command to the mind, and they only speak in a way that pushes them forward. This is why winners practice verbal discipline. They do not engage in weak conversations. They do not waste time complaining. They do not allow negative self-talk. If they catch themselves saying something that does not serve them, they stop immediately and reframe it. If they feel fear, they speak courage into themselves. If they feel doubt, they reinforce their belief in their own ability. And because of this habit, their mind is always operating from a place of strength. And here is where most people fall short. They practice this mindset only when things are going well. They think like a winner when they are succeeding, but the moment they hit an obstacle, they revert back to doubt and fear. But true winners do not let their external circumstances dictate how they think and speak. They do not let failure break their confidence. They do not let setbacks weaken their language. They maintain the same level of certainty whether things are going well or falling apart. This is what separates those who win once from those who keep winning. Most people can think confidently when life is easy, but winners think confidently no matter what. They talk like a winner even when they are losing. They speak in strength even when everything is falling apart, because they know that if they let fear creep into their words, it will take over their mind. And if it takes over their mind, it will take over their results. So the question is, how disciplined are you with your thoughts and your words? Do you let negativity slip in? Do you allow self-doubt to control the way you speak? Do you engage in conversations that drain your energy instead of building it? Or are you operating with the level of focus, clarity, and verbal discipline that winners do? Because if you are not being intentional with your thinking and speaking, you are leaving success to chance. And winners never leave anything to chance. They train themselves every single day to think at a higher level. They speak in a way that creates success before it even happens. They condition their mind so deeply that when challenges come, their first instinct is not fear. It is strategy. It is execution. It is movement. And that is why, no matter what happens, they always find a way to win. Thinking and talking like a winner is not just about personal success. It is about creating a legacy of influence, leadership, and impact. The way you think and speak does not just affect you. It affects everyone around you. Your energy, your confidence, your belief in yourself. It all transfers to the people you interact with. Winners do not just lift themselves up. They lift up everyone in their environment. They inspire action. They challenge people to think bigger. They raise the standard for what is possible. And that is why they attract respect, opportunities, and success wherever they go. Most people underestimate the power of their presence. They think success is about what they do, but in reality, success is about who they are. It is about the energy they bring into a room. It is about the way they carry themselves, the way they communicate, the way they make people feel. Winners understand this. They know that before they even speak, their presence is already making an impact. Their posture, their eye contact, their body language, it all communicates confidence, certainty, and power. And when they do speak, they reinforce that energy with words that inspire, motivate, and command respect. This is why winners develop verbal precision. They do not waste words. They do not talk just to talk. They speak with purpose. They know that their words have weight, and they use them wisely. They know when to speak, and just as importantly, when to stay silent. They do not argue over pointless things. They do not engage in negativity. They do not defend themselves unnecessarily. They let their results speak for them. And when they do speak, people listen, because their words always add value. And this is why winners are masters of influence. The way they think and talk allows them to persuade, inspire, and lead. They do not force people to follow them. They make people want to follow them. Their confidence is contagious. Their belief in themselves is so strong that it makes others believe in them too. And that is why they can negotiate better, close deals faster, build stronger relationships, and create more opportunities than those who have not mastered this skill. Most people do not realize how much influence they actually have. They think they need a title, a position, or external validation to be a leader. But winners know that leadership starts with how they think and speak. They do not wait for permission to lead. They do not wait for someone to tell them they are capable. They decide it for themselves. And because they carry themselves like leaders, people treat them like leaders long before they ever have an official title. And this is the final level of thinking and talking like a winner. Understanding that your words do not just shape your life, they shape your legacy. Every great leader, every icon, every game changer in history mastered the way they thought and spoke. They did not just have great ideas, they knew how to communicate those ideas in a way that moved people. They did not just have confidence, they expressed it in a way that made others believe in their vision. They understood that the right words, spoken at the right time, with the right conviction, can change the course of history. This is why winners take responsibility for their voice. They do not use it carelessly. They do not waste it on things that do not matter. They use it to create impact, to make a difference, to push themselves and others forward. They understand that their words are either building something or destroying something, and they choose to build. And that is the real challenge. Will you take control of the way you think and talk? Will you train yourself to operate at a higher level? Will you develop the discipline to eliminate weak language, to remove self-doubt, to speak in a way that attracts success instead of repelling it? Because if you do, everything in your life will change. People will respond to you differently. Opportunities will come to you faster. Success will feel natural because you will not just be hoping to win, you will be wired to win. This is not about pretending. This is not about fake confidence. This is about becoming someone who wins from the inside out. It is about training your mind to think in a way that makes failure impossible. It is about speaking in a way that commands respect, attracts influence, and moves you forward every single day. Because winners do not just think differently. They do not just talk differently. They live differently. And now, so will you. You now understand what it takes to think and talk like a winner. It is not about luck. It is not about waiting for the right opportunity. It is about training your mind and your voice to work in your favor. It is about eliminating weak thoughts, removing weak language, and replacing them with the mindset and speech patterns of the most successful people in the world. This is not something you do once. This is not something you practice when it is convenient. This is something you commit to every single day. Because every time you speak, every time you think, you are either reinforcing a winning mentality or weakening it. And if you are serious about success, if you are serious about reaching your highest potential, then you must make the decision right now. I will take full control of my thoughts. I will take full control of my words. I will train myself to operate at the level of a winner. No exceptions, no excuses. This is how transformation happens, not by hoping, not by waiting, not by wishing things were different, but by deciding that from this moment forward, you will think, speak, and act like the person you were meant to be. You will move with confidence. You will speak with power. You will eliminate hesitation, fear, and doubt, because those things have no place in the mind of a winner. And now it is on you. Will you apply this? Will you hold yourself to this standard? Will you commit to thinking and speaking like a winner every day? Because if you do, you will become unstoppable. Opportunities will find you. Success will become inevitable. And you will look back at this moment as the turning point, the moment you decided to rise above average and step into the life you were meant to create. Winners are not born, they are made. And now it is time for you to make yourself into one.